is, Chad.
There we go.
Not bad, guys. What's going on, everyone? So I forgot StreamYard only allows one video, and I accidentally chose the countdown instead of the intro. But we are in our third video. If you guys are new to the channel, we are doing our top 100 films where the three of us came up with our top 100. It was a 4-count live stream, I believe it was, where we finally came up with our top 100, and we're going in alphabetical order. So today we are here to talk about A Clockwork Orange, which came out in 1971 to rave reviews. It's a film that currently has on IMDb an 8.2. It's number 118 on IMDb. And at the Oscars, it was nominated for 4 Oscars. Those Oscars are for Best Picture, Director, Writing, and of course, Best Film Editing. Those of you that don't know, it is based on a book. Follows Alex DeLarge as him and his Druce basically try to destroy a bunch of people in a fascinating future. This is a film that it's been in my life for a decade, but before we talk about that, let's first introduce, of course, the two people that are here to talk about the film with me, and that is, of course, Sergey of SkynetGen and Marv, the #1 Cowboys fan. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good. Awesome. So I guess I'll start. We'll first talk about our relationships with the film. I first saw this film in the summer of 2015, which is kind of ironic because 10 years later, I'm here to talk about it on our channel. And I'll never forget when I saw it, because in high school, I learned about the flat character arc, how a character tries to change his ways. And then by the end, he basically is where he began. And I had read it in books like Catcher in the Rye, but I never seen it in a film adaptation. So when I watched The Clockwork Orange, I was like, holy cow, like we finally have an adaptation like that. Now, I'm sure that there were some adaptations like that prior where you saw a flat character arc, but for me, it was just like, oh. And ironically, that same month, I believe, I saw The Master, which is another film that tackles the flat character arc. And it's a character arc that you don't really see in mainstream cinema because most people aren't going to want to see that. They want to see a lot of progress, and they want to see it where it's like, a satisfying change of character. But as we all know in life, that's not always how it is. So I've always loved this film. My love for it has gotten even more over the years. I mean, look at this. I have a Clockwork Orange shirt. Own it on 4K. I've owned it on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. So it's one of my favorite films of all time. But I'll take it off to Sergey. Sergey, I remember you first saw it last year, but when did you first hear about A Clockwork Orange? Was it like
I've heard for years, but it was never the first Kubrick film that I was introduced to. I think The Shining was the first one I watched, followed by 2001. But I was always like hesitant to watch it. It's a definitely have to be in a certain mood to kind of want to watch that. And then with that said character arc, which I already knew it was going to be following characters that you don't really like, and I was like, this is going to be a problem for me. Especially with the flat character arcs, like something like Gone with the Wind was obviously a problem for me, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And then just getting into the movie right away, I was already like hesitant on whether it was going to be something that I was going to like. But obviously, as the film progressed, that changed, and I actually really enjoyed it, even on first viewing, which might not be something for everybody. Like on first viewing, they might not appreciate the film because it's very audacious and just like bold, especially for its time.
Yeah, I mean, it was rated X, which was now it would be considered NC-17, but it did get re-rated. So that way in the United States, it could have some accessibility once the MPA changed. So that was nice. But yeah, I mean, you watch it today and it's not that it's tame, but you watch it now and it's like, okay, this is R-rated. This isn't like...
Yeah, considering what we have now, it's definitely more tame.
Yeah.
Especially since the imagery in the movie, it's like more implied rather than actually ever showing you anything. So
yeah,
it's kind of weird how you remember it differently, but there is no there's not a whole lot of violence there.
No, and a lot of it, like you said, is implied, which sometimes psychological impact can be more impactful than actually seeing something. Marv, I know you hate Kubrick, but when did you first hear about A Clockwork Orange?
I've known about it since I was a child. I've heard about this movie since I was like I don't know what age, but I've known about it for a long time. For as long as I've been an avid movie fan. So maybe since I was 9 or 10.
Oh, wow. and you finally saw it today.
I just finished watching it.
Yeah, while you're on your phone. We got to emphasize that. We were in the group chat, and I'm making my dinner, and I see my phone buzzing, and I'm just like, what is this hack fraud doing? Is he actually texting while watching this movie?
He's got Spark Notes. He's following along with the movie.
I was like, what incarnation is this? So, yeah, it's safe to say Marv didn't like the movie.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to see the group chat. This is Film Kid's awesome. This is great. Debatably my favorite film ever. That's a fair take. I love it. I love it. Film Kid says, hey, but this is why film. What did Marv think of this? What'd you think of it, Marv?
That's when he pulled his phone out.
That's when he pulled his phone out. He's like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this art.
I can't see what he said. I need glasses.
That is an eggplant emoji. So Marv, an eggplant emoji, that's a penis emoji.
What did Marv think of the? I thought. Oh, we actually. It's actually funny that you bring up that scene. That was. We actually laughed because we thought that he was going to kiss it, and we were like, "Oh God, is he going to do it?" And then he like
He was going to kiss it.
We thought I was like, "Is he about to kiss that thing?" And he keep touching it, and we just kept laughing at it. And then he knocked the lady out, and we just like, "Is she dead, or did he just knock her out?" We that was a funny scene. It was that was fun.
You thought that he was going to kiss it.
I was like, because it looked like he was about to, because he keep touching it. I was like, does he want to kiss that? And then my niece was like, I think he's about to start, like, and I was just like, yeah, this
Is that why she gave it a 3 out of 5?
No, she at first was just trying to figure out what was going on. I asked them their grades probably about, what time is it? Probably like a half hour ago. So
Film Kid said it best. Wasn't expecting that answer. That was not on my bingo card.
yeah, it was very, very, very weird movie.
That's our future.
Well, just get some more.
Kidding me? When Marv has a bachelor party, I'm going to find a replica of that, and I'm just going to reenact it. But instead, I'm going to give Marv what he wants. I'll kiss the statue for Marv. That way, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 star movie.
I don't appreciate that, but whatever. And any more questions?
Film Kid had that was a great question. No, I think we all knew that Marv wasn't going to give it a glowing review, but
I'm not going to crap on it either.
I was going to say, name some of the positives, because there's.
I have none. Honestly.
Oh, get out of town!
As a matter of fact, I have one. I have just one, and I like how I like some of the visuals and how they frame certain shots. That's it.
Did you like the music at least?
Actually, that's what I hated the most.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was misplaced, but I can't really say that because millions of other people love this movie, and so I mean, I don't really see the point in me like trying to say what's wrong with it. It's clearly nothing wrong with it if all these people like it. So I didn't get it, but I hated that the most. I thought it was misplaced. I don't know why they put that there. It actually
I gotta say, I used to call Sergey hot take Eller, but I think I might have to give that to Marv now because he said Godfather had terrible editing. Apocalypse Now, he did not.
I didn't say it had terrible editing.
He did not like the soundtrack of Apocalypse Now.
I did not.
Now Clockwork Orange.
He's just a 70s film hater.
I'm not.
I was gonna say that's what it sounds like.
I like Halloween. I love The Exorcist. Assault on Precinct 13.
You saw the original Assault on Precinct 13?
I like that one.
Are you sure? Because I know recently you saw the remake.
I've watched the remake's one of my favorite movies of all time. But I've seen the original since I saw it after that one. Obviously, I saw the remake in 2005. I saw the original probably like when I was going to Movie Stop. I watched that in Suspiria the same night.
You saw the original Suspiria?
Yeah, the original Suspiria was fine. It's okay. It's better than the remake, that's for sure.
I disagree, but I like both.
I do like the first one, the original, over it, but they're two different movies. They're just
and that's what I like about the remake. It's completely different reimagining. I mean, that's honestly one of the reasons why High to Lowest, which is the reimagining of High and Low, I'm actually excited for it because I know it's going to be a completely different take so it's going to stand on its own. But Marv, this is for you. Also, what did Marv think of the very, very last scene in the snow for A Clockwork Orange?
Uh, I actually, if I'm being totally honest, I actually just thought nothing. The later act of the later half of the movie, I kind of was like meant to just like he should just be dead. That was actually my thought that I was going to tell you guys. He should just be dead. I didn't think anything. I thought that the whole movie, instead of trying to put him on a like trying to like put him through the therapy, they should just kill him. He's clearly scum. I actually liken him more to Jeffrey Dahmer as somebody who should not live, who should just die. And
Yeah,
why
but
are we go-
that's kind
So
of
every mentally ill person should die because they need help.
I
look
didn't
at
say
Sergey. Give it some
I didn't say that. I also
psychology.
didn't say that. I didn't say that. But Jeffrey Dahmer should have died. He should have.
Well, okay. Let me. I think we should add a spoiler for this spoiler talk. So Marv, that's kind of one of the main themes of the film is that you're supposed to be challenged, where it's like, yeah, this guy did all this raping and killed people, but at the same time, you see his household that he lives in. His parents they're fine, like they
Mhm.
seem nice enough, but if you look at the system around him, if you look at the society he's in, how like murky and dingy, and just how everyone else also kind of follows suit, it makes sense as to why he is the person that he is. I mean, that's not to take him off the hook, because the whole nature versus nurture argument comes into play. But once he started taking the therapy, he did seem to be better. And then once he started becoming a part of the system again, that's when he started going back to his old ways. I mean, if
Well,
you think about it, even
I felt kind of sympathetic like towards his journey, even
No,
though he's a terrible person.
I thought
yeah,
he should have been. I literally said he should be castrated. I said it to my niece. I said it to Jamie. I thought
well,
he should.
Marv, he technically, like, mentally was pretty much. I
No,
mean,
I mean physically. He should have been tortured. I think either if you weren't going to
he
shoot him in
was
the head,
tortured. He was
no.
he
But
was
I
tortured.
said
What movie did you
I
watch?
know.
if I'm talking about, I literally said to my niece, I literally said, I wish that like I had pliers and I could like rip all of his teeth out of his mouth. That's what so that's what they should do. This is all pointless. Why are they trying to fix him? There's nothing to fix. He's trash. He should die. I literally keep saying it.
Well,
I
because the whole point is that he's human, but at what point does someone stop becoming human?
he gave up those rights when he decided to rape innocent people.
Yeah, but you
And
saw the rest of the film. You saw that it's not just him. I mean, that's one of the points of the first act, is that you see the Droogs going up against the other gang.
I
Like,
think
it's
the
not.
Droop should die too. I don't think any of them should
Yeah,
live.
but
They
you
all
saw
should
what the
die.
Droogs became. The Droogs, when
They
they
became
were
policemen.
rehabilitated, they became police officers.
Bad police officers at that.
Well, they were a good police officer? I'm kidding.
I
But
mean, don't
in all
ask me that. You know my
seriousness,
answer.
yeah, well, I know your answer, but it's supposed to challenge. I mean, if you think about the pros and cons, like, I'm not sitting here and saying like, oh, Alex is a good person. I just think that what the film presents, it's not an easy answer. It's not just an easy like, oh yeah, he should be captured.
This is not a black or white thing, or where I don't see the shades of gray. I'm not saying that he had to be an upright citizen. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he clearly was the problem. That's what my niece said. He's clearly a problem. He's not. He's a
Did you watch
problem.
the third act though?
I did. Like when he got beat up by the policeman. I thought he was actually about to die right there. I was like, oh hell yes. I actually clapped. I clapped when they were drowning him. I was like, yes. And I thought it was
So
so. Go ahead. Hold up.
here's the thing though.
Go ahead.
Mark. When he gets out of therapy and everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything that happens to him is something that earlier in the film, with his actions, they came back into play.
Yeah, they did. Like I thought.
But
Like I thought. Like when he met the guy with the I don't remember his name, but the old dude, and he said he doesn't. The guy with the orange robe, right? You know what I'm talking. The old dude.
oh
with the
yeah,
robe?
yeah.
Yeah, right. I love how he
That's
was
my
the one.
favorite. By the way, that's one of my favorite gifs. Like when
I,
he realizes, he's like, I use that
yeah,
all the time.
I love because I love that. I love that his I guess you call them droogs. I love that they were the policemen that beat him up and tried to kill him in the water. I love that it was the old dude that was there to play the music for him that drove him insane. My only problem was is that like I just think he should have died. I think he should like when he jumped out the window. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're going to spoiler talk, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
When he jumped out the window, I was like, yes, thank God. And then he was alive. I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh well, right. And then the ending proves my point when he's there and he realized that he imagines, himself with the lady tearing it up, right? Shouts out to him, but it's just like, he did nothing worked. He said I was cured, all right. That meant he was cured of what they were trying to fix. He was cured of their treatment. And
It was more so no, it was more so that it was like a sarcastic jib. Because think about it. The governor came in and everything. He was trying to, make everything all right for Alex because he knows if Alex actually like testified and everything, the governor would be screwed because the newspapers, everyone, public opinion and everything was scrutinizing this treatment and everything. But if you think about it, the treatment itself potentially could work. I mean, that's one of the arguments about the film that I like is that it's one of those things where if all the things that came back into his life didn't occur, would he have changed? I don't know. We'll never know. But it's the fact of the matter is that it brings that question to the table. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating.
Sergey, you have any comments?
I would say he would probably be when he's like, we're talking about the torture scene where he's saying that he wants, right?
Yeah, when he at the
But
very
he's just telling them what they want to hear.
By the end, but that's also when the treatment stopped completely. So he was doing the treatment, and by the end, that's when the Beethoven and everything. It was like it was still working, but I personally think how I interpret it is that when he fell and he had head injury, as we all know, head injuries they can change your chemistry.
Well, he started becoming himself again.
That's when he started.
Yeah,
because otherwise, like think about it, if he was back to how he was in the first act, when he heard Beethoven, he wouldn't have been having a freak out moment. Which, by the way, that whole scene when he's freaking out, shout out to Transpotting because Transpotting that whole scene clearly was inspired by that scene. Like when he
you know what other movie was inspired? The Warriors.
I still need to watch The
Warriors. I had seen that before this movie, so
that's interesting. Yeah, so I mean, again, I think it brings a lot of interesting themes, and the fact that it's a sci-fi film, but it's like there's light touches, and I love the production design. I think that's something we need to talk about: the production design and the costume design. Like it's incredibly vivid. I mean, especially in 4K, like it looks so good. I'm like,
and it's a low budget movie too, so
yes,
very impressive.
Because this was, I was saying, I know to you earlier before Marv came in, this was Kubrick out of the studio system. So he was, in England making these films because he's like, screw the American system, and he was able to do whatever he wanted, and it worked. I also just want to throw this out there. Not that it would have happened, but I know Sergey and we always have this debate. But The French Connection won Best Picture that year. And as much as I love the film, even William Friedkin, when I'm pretty sure, you guys can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure in his Best Director speech, he said, I'm glad you guys are loving The French Connection, but A Clockwork Orange should have won Best Picture. And again, I love The French Connection, but I do think that A Clockwork Orange should have won. Not that it would have.
Yeah, I would have taken Clockwork Orange or Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof I enjoy. Actually, no, Marv wouldn't like it. It's a musical. But the comment section, let's real quick check. We have a lot of comments. Marv, this is for you, Film Kid. Did Marv like the milk bar?
No.
What?
I didn't like any of it.
Wow. See, I feel like Marv would have loved that scene. I agree with you.
I didn't like anything about this movie except those shots, those several shots I told you about.
So it's not a 0 out of 10.
No, I'm going to give it a 0. I only said it because Chad pressed me about it, but I'll give it a 0.
Clockwork Orange is not a 0 out of 10.
Not to you, but like I said yesterday, it's all subjective.
I mean, it's subjective, but if you like film as an art form, there's plenty of positives in the film. You can not like the story or the characters, but like
I told you, I don't like the score. I thought that was dumb.
Why do you think it was dumb? Let's analyze this.
I didn't really understand why would you play Beethoven. Like it was just they played it not the whole movie, but for a
It's
large
like
portion.
critiquing class. It's covered. It's like a satire on like rich people. So why wouldn't they play classical music?
Also, the
Have
lead
art
character
everywhere?
dearly loves Beethoven, so
Yeah.
I
if a
guess so.
character loves Eminem and they're playing Eminem music in the background, a lot of scenes kind of makes sense.
I guess it wasn't
It's
and
screenplay 101, Marv.
Did
I,
you question classical music in 2001: Space Odyssey?
I didn't like it there either. I said that in that review. I think
Yeah, so you just don't like classical music then?
I hate classical music for the most part. There's a few pieces I do like.
You like the Amadeus though, right?
Which one is that? I don't know that one.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You don't know what Amadeus is?
The piece
Is that
of
in the
music.
top 100 by the way?
It should be.
Should
I
be.
think Marv. I think we weren't able to convince Marv, which now it makes sense because he doesn't like Beethoven. Oh man, I think I just lost 10 years. If you guys see me in person in a week and I'm like completely gray,
I will walk by you and not recognize you.
yeah, you'll be like, wait, who's that old man? Chad? Sorry, guys, Beethoven. Oh dear. Oh man. Wow. Oh. Well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. But as Film Kid says, the soundtrack is the best part. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a top 10 best soundtrack video, and yeah, I would say that it is in my top 10. Ironically enough, Transpotting would probably also be in there because that soundtrack also is like phenomenal. It's so phenomenal that some of the music in Transpotting was actually at my wedding.
Hello, CA.
Can't Articulate is in the chat. Hello. Can't Articulate. I forget. I know you haven't rated it yet on Letterboxd, but do you like Clockwork Orange or have you not seen it yet? Film Kit. Alex in the movie was also 15, so I don't think they could do that. Oh, Film Kit hits a great topic. Yeah, you can't kill or castrate a 15-year-old, at least physically.
Oh,
That's a good point.
they should have.
This is what I love about film. You have a lot of different viewpoints. I didn't even think about that. I was more so arguing about the morally gray compass that the film has, but that's also a great point. Film Kid, I'm probably going to go see Highest to Lowest in theaters. Me too, if it's around us. I don't know if it's going to be because I know it's coming to Apple, I think, at the beginning of September, but I know prior it's going to be in theaters, but I don't know if that's limited or if it's actually going to have a wide release. But I'm hoping that it does because I'm excited for it. Shot on 16 millimeter. Film Kid, a bit of the old Ludwig van. It is such a quotable film. Film Kid, I just watched Amadeus for the first time last night. I DM'd Chad on my thoughts for the movie. Yes, I was worried at first because I know you were a bit worrisome about the first act, but it seems like by the end you really liked it. And you watched, I know, the theatrical cut, which either cut that you watch, they're both great. But Film Kid from Marv, Amadeus is a film that is kind of a satire Mozart and shows more of his personal life through the perspective of his enemy. This is true, but I think what might throw him off is the fact that the soundtrack is completely Mozart. So I don't think he's going to like it, unfortunately, even though it's a great film. Sergey, I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
I forget, have you rated it on Letterboxd yet or no?
I don't think so, but I do own the Blu-ray.
Me too. A part of me wants to upgrade to 4K, but the 4K, it's only the theatrical cut.
Okay.
So, but Sergey, with Clockwork Orange, you liked the soundtrack too, right?
Of course.
Of course.
It's a character of the film.
Agreed. The one thing I think also doesn't get talked about as much is the dialogue. I love how similar to the world building, it feels like nothing else we've heard. I mean, you can put two and two together in regards to wow, Marv changed into a fan.
He's a fan.
He's a fan of the movie now. Yeah.
Visual storytelling 101.
That's why I was like, Marv turned into a fan? No, but I just love the dialogue and just how at first it takes a little bit to get into it, but then after a while it's like, oh my goodness, it feels like a character in itself. And I remember my wife, she actually read the book and she said that that's how the book was as well. And apparently it's a really faithful adaptation, which is cool. So, which makes sense because, I mean, Kubrick, I feel like most of his work was adaptation, so checks out.
It reminded me of 1984 a lot.
I can see that. I need to reread that. I haven't read that in well, since high school, so it's been a long time. But
Or like a very messed up version of My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady, interesting. I didn't think about
There's,
that.
there's like conditioning in both movies.
Oh yeah, and
Just
how
obviously this one's way grimmer and very bleak.
I will say though, some of the dark comedy it gets me every time. Like the statue scene that we were talking about, which I'm gonna laugh even more when I watch it now, just thinking about what Marv thought was going to happen in that scene. But also just like the slow motion scene, like when the Droogs are just walking and he just like hits. I'm just like every time I'm like, okay, which side is it that he hits him? And then he hits him on the one side. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll also never. I know you watched this before Singing in the Rain, but I'll never.
Yeah, I mean that's totally.
I'll
Like,
never look
changed.
at Singing in the Rain the same
Yeah,
way. Like I saw it.
Well, it's okay because I'm never gonna watch Singing in the Rain anyway.
But I'm like, that's a really interesting rendition of that song. So I'm like, all right, it's stuck in my mind. Oh man. Film Kid, I showed my grandpa There Will Be Blood and Thin Red Line. He loved the Thin Red Line and he liked There Will Be Blood, but I think it was a bit too dark for him. Yeah, it's fair. It's a film not for everyone. But I'm glad he liked the Thin Red Line. Film Kid in Red Line is in my top 10 now. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's in my top 25. It's easily my favorite war film. I try to watch it once a year. Beamer Bro 1 says, I was Team Marv until the classical music slander. Marv's got some hot takes. That's for sure. Film Kid, did you hear the inspiration for the book of Clockwork Orange? I did not. What was the inspiration for the book? Film Kid, but Singing in the Rain is also a masterpiece. I really like the film. I do own it on 4K and it looks incredible. I think it's one of those things where now that we have Babylon, it's almost like I want to watch Singing in the Rain and Babylon like back to back because it's like a nice companion piece. But similar to almost like Boogie Nights and Babylon. It's a good companion piece. But man, I was looking, guys, and the next film after Clockwork Orange is Alien. And I'm like, okay, that's one that Marv likes. And it's kind of cool because the TV show is coming out next week.
I love it.
We could do a double feature: Alien Romulus.
I love it. I like Alien Romulus.
Whoa, you like Alien Romulus now?
Yeah, I like.
It's not a negative 60 out of 5 stars now.
You know, I changed my review. You saw it.
He knows what bad movies are now, Chad. Thanks to you.
He's gonna, he's gonna give the new Superman a 3 out of 5 pretty soon.
I'm actually not. I actually saw a little bit of it. I saw a little bit of it again, and that movie just sucks. I hate it, but it's whatever. Everybody else loves it, so it's okay.
I'm pretty sure the inspiration was the author's wife got R-word by Nazis, and they gave him the idea to write it. But I'm not sure if that's fully true. Honestly,
I did say that. Me and my niece were discussing that. We thought that the Droogs were like Nazis. They felt like Nazis to us.
Well, that's why if you notice they had like the red like cuffs on the side, and even not to call anyone out that has mustaches, but I think it was very, very, very clear that the warden was supposed to be like a Hitler kind of figure with his mustache, and just like how bossy he was, and literally
he was a Charlie Chaplin fan. What are you talking about?
You're right. That was a bad reading on my that was a bad take on my part. Honestly, one of my favorite, another funny scene that I think is just comedy gold is when they have the lady on stage and it's like a test to see if Alex is like cured, and she's completely nude, and you see his reaction, like the Hitler warden figure, and he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, he's in jail, so all he sees is men all day. So this is probably like, zoinks, I can't believe it. I think that's such an underrated scene that doesn't get talked about enough, but it's hilarious. It's another one of those gifts where I'm like, it's up there, man. It's up there. Oh my goodness. Film Kid, I was scrolling the other day and I saw the pool sequence from Little Children. Now I'm very interested in watching the movie if it's like that.
Awesome. Watch it.
That's a really good film. I know Film Kid, we talked on the side. That was one of the inspirations for Wheel Up and Drive. So I would, I'd recommend it. It's a really good film.
Back.
We need to get it on Blu-ray. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but Film Kid. It's also very sad that the actor who portrayed Alex got his pupils scratched by the scene when they peeled his eyelids back. Yeah, so Kubrick is obsessive with doing a lot of takes, and that scene I cannot imagine doing as many takes as they did, but it makes sense as to why that happened. I mean, he's notorious for that, but that's why I'm surprised that Marv didn't like the cinematography, because the framing in the film, the lighting, the usage of color, it's all very clearly purposeful, and regardless of what format you watch, I think it's very distinct. Almost like High and Low, which I rewatched last night. It's like that's another film where it's like you can watch it scene by scene and analyze it to death, and it's glorious. I've turned into a fan again.
I remember watching was a Conspiracy Theory, and they were kind of paying homage to Clockwork Orange, the Mel Gibson movie.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know about Clockwork Orange, and I'm like, oh, there's that famous scene with the eyes wide open.
Yep. And I feel like so many people use that that meme, like when you're trying to show your friend something, and it's like that famous scene. But yeah, it's done a lot for films. I mean, so many filmmakers were clearly inspired by this film, and I think 54 years later, I think it's stood the test of time, and I feel like it's become more relevant than ever, if anything. That's what I
really pushed the envelope for movies in the 70s, and it was like fresh off the Hays Code. So
yes, I would say personally, if you look back, the Hays Code, I believe it got disbanded in the early 60s, but they weren't really comfortable with really pushing it, I feel like, until the late 60s. So 67 in particular is like the year where I always use it as a guide, where it's like you have The Graduate, where you have glimpses of female nudity. You have pushing a lot of intriguing themes that could never have been tackled prior. You have Bonnie and Clyde, which has a lot of violence. By the way, holds up really well. I love those blood squibs, but it was just a year where it was like, okay, all these films got nominated for Best Picture. All these films did well financially. Cool. Let's continue pushing the envelope. And then by 1971, it was even more so. You have Easy Rider, which was, I believe, 1969, and that was what also helped push it. And then by 1971, it's like, yeah, do whatever you want. And then the 80s, because the economy wasn't quite as robust, filmmakers had to go to the beginning of more IP friendly stuff. Like it wasn't technically IP, but it was like films that you could sell, such as like E.T. or I'm trying to think of some other ones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, like things that you can sell toys to. You can't exactly sell a Clockwork Orange toy. I mean, I guess you can, but not exactly for kids. Not exactly for kids, So that's, but again, as I know you and I always talk about the Sergey, but that's not to say there weren't great films in the 80s. There was. Every decade has great films. But I feel like the 70s, in terms of creativity, I mean, my word, it's unmatched. I showed Marv recently Apocalypse Now, which I know we'll be talking about as a part of this top 100, but like that's another one where it's insane that they were able to pull that off. Could you imagine them doing that today? Survive. They created an entirely documentary about it. It's insane. So it's amazing. Don't Get says one of my favorite scenes in the part where he walks around the vinyl store. I'm pretty sure it is, and every time I watch that scene, I see the 2001 poster in the background. Yes, I love that scene, and now I can say it. We recently had an Airbnb trip, and I wasn't going to say it until Marv saw it, but Marv had these like frozen popsicles that were like kind of loopy, and every time Marv would have one of those things at the Airbnb trip, I was constantly reminded of this scene in A Clockwork Orange, and I was like, I can't say anything until he's seen the movie, but I'm like, some popsicles just haven't changed, have they?
No sugar frozen grapes though.
Unfortunately. Oh, those are so good. Also, this scene, great scene, but it leads to probably my favorite sex scene of all time. And the best uses of William Tell, which is saying something because I grew up watching Lone Ranger. But my goodness, that scene cracks me up every single time. Just the sped up footage. It's hilarious. And I'm like, I wonder how many times they had to shoot this because it's Stanley Kubrick and it's a time lapse. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. But my Film Kid says, has Marv and Sergey seen Waves 2019? No. Unfortunately.
Heard about it.
Mar will not like it because it is very, very creative and ambitious and original. I'm playing No, I know Marv's not going to watch it because it's the same director that did Hurry Up Tomorrow. Even though Waves is a billion times better. Sergey, I'm trying to think if he'll like it. I don't know because the first time I saw it, I thought it was good, but the second half I thought wasn't as good as the first half. But then when I saw it again, I realized it's because it's focusing on a completely different character, and so of course it's going to feel different. But it's a very, very artfully done film. But yeah, it's produced by A24. It has, let's see, I think it's Lucas Hedges. I forget the girl's name, but the girl that was in Bones and All, she's in it.
Okay.
But yeah, I really liked it. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did the score. It has some actresses that were in the TV show Euphoria before. I think it was right before Euphoria, if I'm not mistaken. Film Kid, what's your guys' thoughts on Straight Outta Compton 2015? I personally love it. I think it's one of the best biopics. I rewatched it on plane a couple days ago. Marv, I'll let you take this away because I know you really like this film, right?
I love that movie. It's a fantastic movie, and I was nominated for an Oscar. I wish it would have won, but it's a great movie. It's a great watch. It's always fun to watch that one. It's a fantastic movie.
Sergey, I think you really liked it, right?
I really liked it. Yeah, it was definitely interesting to get insight onto like that time period and that music. And then I watched All Eyes on Me, and I thought that was trash.
That movie is terrible.
I didn't see that.
That movie is absolutely terrible.
I did not hear good things about it. I saw Straight Outta Compton. I thought it was solid. Those are my thoughts. I saw it 9 years ago, I believe. All I remember is the opening scene. I thought the opening scene was pretty good.
You don't remember Easy Eat? Never mind. I don't want to spoil anything.
I don't remember the other 2.5 hours, but I just remember thinking it's solid. I remember thinking it's consistently solid. And then didn't that director also end up doing The Fate of the Furious?
He did Fate of the Furious and Men in Black International.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so he kind of went. He was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Film Kid Wave says debatably my favorite movie soundtrack of all time. But that's just because it's filled with a bunch of my favorite songs. Yeah, the soundtrack is really good, so I can respect that. It fits the pacing of that film. The scene that uses IFHY by Tyler, the Creator, where he punches the wall, I think it's one of the most well-done scenes. Yeah, that is a great scene. It's a very well-made film. Can't articulate. I haven't watched A Clockwork Orange in like 8 years. I thought it was all right, but I'm due for a rewatch. My man, definitely need to rewatch it. I think one thing I realized that we haven't done with the other two videos was we haven't given ratings in terms of like the movies. Like I know, if I'm not mistaken, I know 2001: A Space Odyssey. I of course gave it a 5. I think Sergey, you gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5. Yeah.
Marv, I think you gave it what, like some outrageous 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I think it was a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, 2. Actually, yeah, I can take that. 310 to
That's
Yuma.
why he gave it to you. Read his Letterboxd review.
310 to Yuma. I gave it 4.25. Sergey, I think you gave it a 5.
A 5. Yep.
Sick. Marv, what did you give 310 to Yuma?
I don't know if I've ever rated it on there, if I'm honest.
Oh, snap.
But if I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a 5.
All right, sick. Clockwork Orange, I guess I'll start. I give this a 5 out of 5. Sergey, I think yours was
4.25 out of 5, but that was the first viewing, and I've only seen it the one time, so we'll see how that goes up, if anything.
My man. Marv, ready to be
0.
heartbroken, go gray. What's your rating?
0.
Letterboxd rating.
Half a star. If it could be no stars, I would do no stars. But it's a half a star.
Uh, you know, what movie is it? I'm trying to think what the next movie is that I haven't seen that I'm gonna have to for doing this. Let me go back. Friday Night Lights.
That's
Friday
right.
Night Lights.
Half a star, Chad.
I'm gonna half a star. I'm gonna text around. I'm gonna be like, why are they playing football? Like, why couldn't they be playing baseball? Like, I don't understand.
Sergey liked it. He said it was the best football movie he's ever seen, which is not saying much, I guess. For
Exactly.
but Sergey said it was solid, and I think
solid.
that's all I needed to hear. So if you hate it, you hate it.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna hate Friday Night Lights. That's ridiculous.
I didn't hate it on. I didn't hate this on
crafted.
purpose. I didn't go in wanting to hate
No,
it.
I'm 100% kidding. We all knew. Actually, we should make it more interesting. We should have it where we place bets. Like I could do polls where there are bets placed on if the person hasn't seen the movie, what people think if they'll like it or what they'll rate it. I think that would be fun.
It'll be kind of easy for Marv.
Half star.
I didn't go into it wanting to hate it. I knew what I told you. I knew what this movie was.
You were going to give it 2 stars. What happened to that?
I hated it. That's what happened. At first we just thought it was weird. We're like, what are we watching? And then I guess once he went to jail, that's when we just were all bored. At first we were just like laughing at it, like this movie's fucking stupid. And then once he went to jail, we're just like, this shit is fucking boring. And then I thanked them both for watching it with me, and I found the movie to watch, and then I came up here.
I think maybe you should have watched it by yourself, to be honest with you.
I probably would have gave it a -50. They at least made it adorable.
Well, if you gave it a -50, maybe you would rewatch it then.
Your cousin potentially would have given it 5 out of 5 if she watched it by herself.
Nah, I would not have.
No, because that's a movie that you have to be paying attention. If you're watching it with other people and you're talking throughout, you're missing stuff.
We didn't talk. We watched it. We just laughed at
just
first.
Just like you didn't text while watching it?
I told you. That was towards the end of the movie. I was already hating it by then.
I think I should change that. Like I have it right now. It's like Clockwork Orange is the ultimate black character arc film. I need to change it. Clockwork Orange is the ultimate Marv texting on his phone movie.
Yep. That movie sucks. But
I'm busting your balls, Marv.
Do we have any comments?
A bunch actually. Film Kit says a scene that I also think is really well done in Waves is the bonfire scene where he is rapping backseat freestyle right before the very sad event in the middle. Well, we can't talk spoilers about Waves, Film Kid. Waves also made me cry 3 times. That should say something. Yeah, me too. I did a doubleheader. What was it, last year? I did a Ghost Story and Waves, and that was depressing. So, but yeah, it's a very sad film. But I also wasn't 100% on board with it the first time. But it's one of those films where when I think I was editing Mortality, and I was constantly thinking about Waves and all the creative choices that film did in terms of like the aspect ratios. And I said to myself, for a film that I keep thinking about while I'm editing, I should probably rewatch it. So I rewatched it and I loved it.
Is it like After Sun?
I would say maybe the second half is. The first half is, I know neither of you have seen Magnolia, but it's very Magnolia-esque where the camera it's constantly moving. It's matching the lifestyle of the characters where they are so busy, and because of that, the camera work is very, very busy. But some people don't like the second half because the camera work is a lot more calm, but you're focusing on someone different that doesn't have that lifestyle, so it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, half a star for Marv. Sergey, you know what? I'll be generous. I'll say you'll give it a 3 out of 5 because I think you'll at least appreciate the filmmaking. Okay. The story, I don't know. It's a toss-up. I was able to personally really relate to the whole like family stuff that happened in that film, but yeah, it's good. Film Kid, what you guys just don't remember the Titans. I personally love it, but I know it's kind of cheesy.
That movie is a 5 out of 5. It's a 10 out of 10. It's an A plus. I
I
love
don't
that
remember
movie.
that movie.
It's fantastic.
I do, but that's also because my elementary school and middle school showed that film a lot whenever there was like preparation for Thanksgiving or Christmas breaks. And on top of that, my family also really liked the movie. So I grew up watching the movie. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Like I enjoyed some moments, and that's younger Chad. So like if I were to watch it now, I would probably also think it's just okay. But
Yeah.
shout
I
out
would
to that
take
film.
I would take Invincible over it.
See, I wasn't a
I
big
love
fan of Invincible.
I love Invincible. It's fantastic.
I saw it. What was it? I think it was on the flight over. Yeah, it was the flight to my honeymoon. I watched Invincible with my wife, and she was like, "It's not as good as I remember." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought it was just okay." It was my first time.
Were
I
you
don't know.
wearing your Patriots jersey when you were watching it?
I should have. Actually, no, I should have. For Marv, should have worn a cowboy shirt. I should do that for each life and just like buy a cowboy shirt and just wear it. Be like, Marv, it's for you. Can't articulate. Friday Night Lights TV show was great. Marv, did you see the TV show?
I didn't. I tried to watch it, but I just felt that it was kind of like, I don't know. I just felt like I would rather watch the movie. I just didn't. I don't know. I'll try it again one day.
Film Kid, I meant to say, what were you guys' thoughts on Remember the Titans? Oh, no, we got you.
I love Remember the Titans. It is
Film
literally
Kid,
a perfect movie.
Show Marvin the Thin Red Line if he hasn't seen it. He most definitely love it. It seems like it's right up his alley. A slow burn 3-hour war film. I love the sarcasm. I love it. Marv would hate that film.
What is grass?
What is grass? What is war? Marv would be like, what is this? Although maybe if Marv did a little maybe
Grass.
Yeah. No, Marv would have like an existential moment. What is grass?
Oh
Man, I have not seen that film on a candy, but I probably should. I've seen the Tree of Life and the New World that way. Phenomenal. Tree of Life, life changing that way. Oh, this is a good question. Can't articulate. Y'all see this War of the Worlds film going around?
Gosh, that looks terrible. That looks like they went into Ice Cube's house and they said, "We're recording. Here's a movie."
So I've been fortunate enough to. I think it was my friend. You guys know him, Ryan. He sent me over like a video saying how it's the worst. But as soon as I saw it was the worst, I just shut it off because I'm like, I'm planning to watch it. I think I'm going to watch it either tomorrow or Tuesday. You guys
I'm
already
definitely not going to recognize you, Chad.
Don't worry, it's going to be a treadmill movie. I don't know. I think usually by October, November, that's when I stop watching like intentionally bad movies, or not intentionally, but movies that are bad that I think are going to be bad. But I feel like War of the Worlds, after I'm done watching that, I'm like, I already have like 10, 15 movies that I could easily make.
You're supporting bad movies.
To be fair, they're streaming.
You're giving viewership to Netflix.
Prime in this case.
Oh, Prime. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I've given some love to Tyler Perry. I shouldn't, but I got to support black filmmakers. So
that's a Tyler Perry film?
No, but there's like 2 films that no, isn't there like 3 movies he's made this year? They're all like really, really bad, but I've watched them. I've watched them. Let me see. I think it is 3. Let me go all the way down.
Well, at least he was in Gone Girl.
That's true. Duplicity, Straw, Marv. Is there another one?
Medea's Destination Wedding.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one.
I thought he was done making Medea movies.
It's too much money.
Money on the table. Film Kid. Also, how does your friend Ryan, the one with the Ryan Gosling profile picture, watch so many movies? Ryan with Ryan. So that is the mystery. That is the mystery that Sergey and I have yet to figure out. It's amazing, though. It really is. In fact, his collection, his physical media collection is, for context, it's more than Sergey's mine. Maybe actually Marv doesn't really collect physical media anymore, but it's pretty much all 3 of ours combined, and maybe some more to spare. It's impressive. But I think he
does
works from home.
log like behind the scenes kind of content on Letterboxd, and that counts towards the film count. So maybe that.
That too, but to be fair, usually it is like an hour long, and that's probably also why Letterboxd considers it to be like a film. Although they also include short films. So, being real one, I think Rudy is the only football film that I enjoyed, and that's only because of the score.
Rudy's good.
Is Rudy the Cuba Gooding Jr. one?
No, that's radio.
Radio I want to watch.
Radio's great. I cry every time I watch
I
it.
don't know if it's aged
Is it
well.
really?
I cry every time I watch it.
Double Toasted did a roast of it recently.
Yeah, I don't think it's aged well.
I haven't watched it in a while, but I'll see if it does, if it has aged well. But I cry every time I watch it. I watched it a lot growing up, and I cried every time.
Good to know.
Is Cuba still canceled?
I don't know, actually. Film
I hear-
also, what's the plot to Salo? I, of course, seen the poster and some of the images, which I wish I hadn't seen, but what's the plot?
The plot? Go to the bathroom.
I mean, Film Kid, I think you said you're what, 13, 14? I would wait like 7 years for that movie. And I think that's a good, even then, I would say maybe wait a little bit longer. That's a film that to see it once is to remember it forever. Basically, it's about a bunch of fascists that round up, I forget how many people. I think it's 13 people. It could be more, could be less, but they round up a bunch of people, and then they basically explain what they're going to do to them, and then you visually see what's done to them. And there's a lot of intriguing fetishes that these fascists are into, and instead of these fascists partaking it in themselves to each other, they have these other individuals do it.
Is there a Pasolini film you would recommend?
I think it's the only one I've seen.
Okay.
And that's the thing. I haven't seen his other films. Like I don't want to say I want to, but I'm intrigued by them. Salo challenged me like in a way like no other. I mean, that's a half a star. Actually, no, it's like a negative 1,000 out of 5 for Marv. But like I was challenged by that film, and I appreciate it for that. But I would be very, 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 very passive to recommend that. So I couldn't really imagine recommending that to someone. So I would say wait years for that film. But that's just me. Like even Sergey, I'm like, Sergey, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know. Because we both have the 1001 Movies book, and you see the picture, and it's like, yeah, that's.
I mean, I've seen the movie. I like fast forward through the whole movie years ago.
You fast forwarded through the movie? Oh my goodness! So you didn't even hear the score by Ennio Morricone?
Nah.
That's a shame because the score is like beautiful, but it's like.
See, that would be a score that doesn't fit that movie.
Well, it's very the way it's used. It's very. I really should do a review for that film, but I there'd be so many times where I'd be like,
Chad, you need to method view that movie.
I don't know about that one. Salo 120 Days of Sodom. Should watch that movie with my parents. Can't articulate. I'm slacking my Terrence Malick movies. I need to see what's the hype. Dude, watch a bunch of his films. Marv loves Terrence Malick.
Oh, gosh.
Beamer Bro 1, I'm looking forward to him, which I think can be considered a football film. Heck yeah. Sergey's excited too. A film about a cult.
I'm not watching it.
Marv, you're not watching him?
That movie looks trash. Me and Jamie both said it looked dumb.
Oh my goodness. It's following an Eagles quarterback.
Yeah.
Stop it. That's just unfair.
Dude, that's how Jalen Hurts got a part of the Eagles. You didn't know that? No, I am excited for him as well. I think that we haven't experienced a football horror film before, so I'm game. Yeah, see what I did there, Marv? I thought you'd be proud of that. Got a little chuckle out of you. Counterticulate, good to see y'all liked Weapons, my favorite this year so far. Yeah, I saw you bringing back ratings. I'm glad. Yeah, we all liked Weapons.
Love the Weapons. I'm
Marv
going to
loved
get
it
on.
before it even came out.
I'm going to see it on Tuesday.
So a little bit of context. I saw it Thursday night. I think it was Friday morning, Marv. You were like, everyone's loving it. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna see it 3 times. And I was like, Marv, you haven't seen the film yet. How do you know you're gonna love it?
I can
It
just
got
tell.
an A cinema score. That's why.
It had
Man, that's true.
A cinema score. All the critics that I listened to loved it. I love the hook. The hype was real. I was hoping I wasn't disappointed because at the end, before I saw it, I was like, did I overhype myself? And then I saw it, and we just loved it. We ate it up. My dad actually went to go see it. When I got off of work at 5 o'clock, he actually texted me saying, "Son, I'm about to go see it again." And he is usually scared of horror movies, but he went to go see it on Friday, and then he saw it again. He's seeing it right now. He's watching it right now. My brother's going on Tuesday. My cousin went, and his girlfriend. Um, I'm taking 6 of my buddies, well, 5 of my buddies to go see it on Tuesday. I'm excited. It was a great theater experience. I loved it. I called it the Pulp Fiction of horror films, which other people are also calling it online. So I loved it. The score was dope. I loved the villain. I loved everything. It was just fantastic. Obviously, I love Julia Garner. She looked delicious. Um, I just love the movie. I want to say it's better than Sinners, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just say I'll probably make it my second favorite movie of the year.
All right, that's fair. I can respect that. But the question is, will it hold up for you on the 60 rewatch this year?
I'm definitely going to see it on Tuesday, so I'll let you know. But I suspect I suspect it'll get better on rewatch. This is a movie that not only do you have to watch it, but this movie that you demands you speak about it, talk about it, and it demands that you see it multiple times. This is one of those. This is a Hereditary type masterpiece, and I loved it.
Yeah, I've heard some people compare it to Hereditary, and I don't know. I mean, I think maybe it's because I've seen Magnolia, but I think more along the lines of like Magnolia, Prisoners, that type of like.
I
Prisoners,
think this is the
actually,
best
yeah.
child abduction movie since Prisoners.
Let me think.
I would have to think about that off the top of my head. It's because it's so recent, so I'm like, I can't say for sure.
The only thing I can think of that's in this wheelhouse is Prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Prisoners mixed with that. Yeah, I mean, I also got Long Legs vibes with like the third act, even Evil Dead 2, the original. I kind of got vibes of that film as well. Barbarian, of course, a little bit of that.
This is way better than Long Legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still
Did
like
you not like it? I didn't ask for how you thought about it.
I mean, it's. I was just comparing like the third act to like Long Legs. I think as a whole, they're 2 completely different films.
No, I'm saying, did you like it? Did you like it though?
Yeah, I liked it.
Did
I told you I liked it.
Oh, I don't remember. My bad.
Yeah, remember I was busting your balls. I was like, Marv, you're gonna hate it. It's gonna be half a star, and you were like, Chad, you hate it? I was like, no, man, I'm busting your balls. I really like it.
I was asking Sergey if he hated it, but then I found out he didn't see it. I didn't know that you answered me. My bad.
Oh no, yeah, I saw it Thursday night. I saw it with Nicolette.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she really liked it.
Yeah.
Really liked it.
I'm going to leave the applause on Tuesday.
Let's see. Film Kit says, I'll read chat reviews on some unknown film, and he will say, I asked my friend Ryan if I could borrow his copy, and he said definitely. It's like he has every single movie. That's what's great about him, man. He has like pretty much every single movie. Like he let me borrow recently Enter the Void. So I'll be rewatching that film, method viewing. And I'm excited because I remember before, back in my pirating days, I watched Enter the Void that way, and the file I think was like 480p 720, but I think he gave me the Blu-ray or the 4K copy. I forget which, but it's going to be really good. And it's same cinematographer that Spring Breakers, so I'm excited to method view that. Film Kid, Chad, you should show Mark Perfect Blue. I don't think he would like that. I love Perfect Blue though. Sergey actually gave me the Blu-ray for my birthday, which was an excellent gift. Actually, it was the first anime as a part of my collection. It will not be the last. Speaking of Perfect Blue, Film Kid says, also, are you going to see Black Swan in theaters? I want to, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to because they haven't released the showtimes for it in IMAX. But I do want to check it out in theaters because I do love that film.
I don't think I've logged it on Letterboxd, so I could watch it too.
Yeah, you should see it. I feel like IMAX, that would benefit quite a bit. And that's an interesting film because it was shot in 16 millimeter. I miss when Aronofsky shot on film. Can't articulate Sailor sounds like a family-friendly film. 100%. It is the number one family-friendly film of all time. Screw Minions. Watch this instead.
Make sure you're eating when you're watching the movie.
I'll never forget. This was back the apartment, Wilpin Drive. I was watching that film, and I made sure specifically that like Nicolette was at work because I was like, "Yeah, I need to watch this film by myself." Because I'm like,
she wouldn't be surprised anymore.
I mean, that's a good point, but I feel like this movie pushed.
See, if she walked in on you completely naked watching the movie, maybe then
that would be, yeah, that would be, not to that movie. That 100%. I will say though, as I don't want to say disgusting because I know some people are into what that film depicts, but as grimy as that film is, it is really well shot. Like the Criterion Blu-ray, it is like it is good. It's very filmic, and the score by Ennio Morrison is when it actually creeps in the sound mix. It's like, oh, music to my ears. But man, that film, man. Film Kid, I'm trying to preserve my innocence just a little bit more, and just seeing the customizable posters made me not want to watch it for a couple of years. Yeah, I remember when I got the 1001 movies that you must watch when I was like 16, and I was scrolling through the book and I saw that poster. I was like, yeah, I'm probably never going to watch this film. So it was years and years and years. I think I was 25 when I first saw it, and I haven't seen it since. But that's not to say the film is bad. It's a very I don't want to say unwatchable, but it's not really a film where it's like, yeah, I'm going to watch it every couple months.
Does Ryan own that movie?
He does. That's actually how I watched it.
Oh, okay.
So that Pink Flamingos, feel like that would be a pretty good doubleheader.
One does not come with a barf bag, though.
No, but it should. I would say Salo was a lot harder to watch.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Stuff that's depicted, I'm like, oh my goodness. Especially like the last 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's very memorable, that's for sure. Like when I hear that movie, I'm like, some of the imagery just comes into the forefront of my mind. I'm like, yeah.
How do you get rid of that taste in your mouth? What movie do you watch afterwards?
That's actually a great question. I'm actually very curious what I watched after that film. Like now I'm actually going to go back to see because I am really curious.
You watch Paprika.
I really do hope that I watched like knowing me, I probably watched just as much of a messed up film after watching that.
Antichrist.
It's me. Yeah, like Antichrist. Oh my goodness. See, that's another film. I own the Criterion Blu-ray. It's a really good film, but you really do feel Lars von Trier's post getting out of a facility because of depression. Like it's a very, very depressing film, but it's really good. Are you going to be watching that as part of your Criterion channel, Sergey? And
at some point, yeah, November probably.
November. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts. It's a challenging film for sure. Definitely not for everyone. That film is like if I see that you gave it a 2.5, I'd be like, okay, I understand. But it's something. Okay, so Salo, I'm at finally scroll all the way to 2021. Let's see. Was it towards the I want to say it was July. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was July. Wow, July I watched a lot of, was it depressing? Or no, I think it was June. That's actually hilarious. So I went from Salo to then watching Spring Breakers. I guess I just needed a lot of color. And then I watched Green Room. Wow. Okay.
The Patrick Stewart one?
Yeah, but actually, and then after that, I watched a lot of depressing films. After that, I watched The Irishman, Fast and Furious 9, Silent. Fast and Furious 9 is one of the most depressing movies. Like that's a terrible movie.
Is that the last one we had? I've lost track.
No, I think that's the 10th
Oh,
one.
Fast 10. Yeah. Have you seen Vin Diesel recently?
Yeah, he's method viewing for The Whale too.
Yes, that's what I
No,
thought.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna fat shame anyone, but he does have a big ego, and yeah,
Not just.
it's Vin Diesel. Film kid, I'm personally not gonna see him just because of the demonic stuff. It might not be demonic. It could just be. I mean, dude, it could just be football, NFL.
It's literally demonic. You can see the demonic symbol in the trailer.
It's a trailer, Marv.
It's demonic.
We won't know until we've seen the movie.
Okay.
It's the only way you can. That's the only way you can know. It's marketing. Film kid, I really want to see Weapons. You should, man. It's really good. Film kid, does Marv have a list? Yes and no.
I guess I had it. I guess I don't have it right now.
You have it, but you don't use it. You hack fraud.
I guess.
I try to get us tickets, and it says member cannot get tickets at this time. I'm like, what the heck? Let's see, Marv. Sorry, I think Kim has an interesting premise, but those type of movies, depending on how far they go, can be a little sensitive. Oh, him, not Kim. Okay, I was like Kim. I was like, I haven't seen Kim. Film kid, I watched Barbarian with two of my best friends back in January who had seen it before. I really enjoyed it, which is the reason why I'm excited for Weapons. Yeah, I showed my wife Barbarian, and she really liked it. It holds up. I quite liked Barbarian. It's a shame that it doesn't have a physical media release, but that's it's Disney for you. That's why I'm glad that Weapons is a Warner Brothers film, because it will get a 4K release. So it's a win for physical media. Beamer Bro 1, let's not go crazy and say that Weapons is way better than Long Legs. Yeah, I mean, rating wise, I think I gave Weapons a 4.5. Long Legs, I go back and forth between like a 4 or 4.25, but I need to rewatch Long Legs down the line. I did really like Long Legs. I saw it twice in theaters.
Once was enough.
Yeah, I know you weren't a fan because of the marketing. I can't articulate. Also, I liked your Eddington review, Chad. 2025 is starting to come alive. Still waiting on the PTA movie. Dude, I'm glad. I was very proud of that review. And just that film as a whole, it's a shame it didn't do well at the box office. It is what it is. Doesn't really surprise me, but I really liked Eddington. Sergey, do you think Marv would like that?
No.
Yeah. Wow. Half a star?
Maybe 2.
2. All right. Marv, are you going to be watching Eddington when it comes out on demand?
Say it again?
Eddington?
Maybe at the end of the year, probably.
All right, that's what's up.
Did you like Don't Look Up?
I love that movie.
Okay. Maybe you'll like this one.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
I love that movie.
Would you give The Big Short and Vice?
I never saw The Big Short. Never saw Vice.
Well,
Well,
Big Short he might like. Vice, not so much.
I love both of them. Big Short you should probably watch, Marv. It gives you a bit of perspective into the stock market and why T Daddy Trump's doing what he's doing. Film Kid, I want to watch Into the Void, but I'm waiting until I watch Climax to see how I like his directing style. Yeah, I would say Climax is probably a good starting point with Gaspar Noé. Irreversible is that's a hard film to watch.
That's the Vincent Castle one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was probably my first Gaspar Noé film.
The famous like rape scene. Also, that film has it where the way that the sound is mixed, it's intentionally to certain people. It's to try to mess with your hearing. So certain people will like bother them. It's almost like a dog pitch, like a dog whistle. So, but yeah, Enter the Void, definitely not a Marv movie. There's a sex scene in it that I've never seen anything like it in regards to films. So I'll just leave it at that. It's not a film for everyone. I gave it, I think, a 3.5 out of 5 when I saw it like 6+ years ago. I don't know how I'll like it now, but I'm going in with an open mind. And again, method viewing it. Film Kid, I have my tickets for IMAX. I'll show Sayla to my parents. Oh, please don't. Then they'll be like, "You can't watch that YouTuber Chad anymore." And I'll be like, "I didn't recommend
They
it.
loved it.
I said wait 7 years."
They loved it. 5 out of 5.
Film Kid, should I wait to watch The Handmaid until I'm older? I loved Old Boy, and it's in my top 15, but I'm not sure if I should wait to watch that. You're giving me all these films that I'm like, you should wait until you're 21 or 20. Yeah, wait until you're older for that one. Because that film has, I love the film. I think it's incredible, but that film has a lot of, content might not be suitable for watching with parents based on what you've told me in the past.
No penises, though.
That is true, which is why Marv might like. Actually, wait, subtitles. Never mind. I knew there was something. I was like, there's one thing about it. Film Kid, is there any large volunteer movie that are somewhat accessible when I have to sit through him being the very interesting person he is? Wait, let me reread this. Is there any large?
I think it meant Lars von Trier.
I was like, large volunteer movie. I'm like, I think a lot of movies have volunteers, like large. Okay. Melancholia, I would say.
Oh, you have to watch that.
But even then, I mean, that film is depressing. It's very dreary with how it's color graded. But yeah, that's all I got. He's not an accessible dude at all. I mean, like The House That Jack Built, good movie, but it's not for anyone. Well, not I shouldn't say anyone. It's not for anyone. Film Kid Lars Von, not Lars Von. Film Kid Eddington is debatably my favorite movie of the year, but my mom was not a fan of it. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
I love that one though.
I don't know.
Film Kid Enter the Void is the one told backwards. From what I remember, there's a certain event that occurs without spoiling it. There's a certain event that occurs, and then the rest of the film is told like from above in terms of the camera work. So it gives a very trippy feel to it all, like a very dreamlike feel. That's why I'm planning to method view it. Film Kid, I watched a lot of movies alone most of the time. I'm joking about to watch certain movies with my parents. The most awkward one was Gone Girl with my dad. I mean, if that was the most awkward one for you, then yeah, I would say stay far away from Lars von Trier. Stay far away from Gaspar Noé. Like
no Tales of a Nymphomaniac with the parents.
Man, that famous what's that sequence though? What was it?
The second
Wall of Penises, I think it was, or something like that.
I don't know.
There's like an entire sequence where there is a lot of schlong shown, like a lot. I was like,
we know a person that might like that then.
Marv.
Well,
turn
I'm
into a fan again. Dear God. I think we lost Marv. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm gonna like. I told Marv, I was like, Marv, we gotta work on your camera work. Because right now, this is what's going to be the thumbnail. It's just going to be a fan.
A fan of the movie.
I'll get it for him.
There you are, Marv. We were just talking about you.
I heard.
That's going to be the thumbnail, just a fan.
It'll be interesting.
I can't, Marv. Oh, man. All right, so I guess we'll try next week to talk about Alien. Are you guys planning to rewatch Alien, or you think you guys are just going to base off memory?
I will rewatch it.
I'll rewatch it.
I guess that means I'll rewatch it. I saw it in theaters last year, but
we should also watch Alien Earth as well.
Well, yeah, of course, duh. I'm watching that. What is it, Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's 4 episodes, I think, dropping at the same time.
When does it drop?
Tuesday.
Let me get my list. Tuesday, episode 1 and 2, 8 p.m.
All right, so that'll be it. That'll be a lot of fun. Can't
Yeah,
wait
it's the same creator that did the TV show Fargo.
Okay.
So I'm game. Means it's
I,
gonna be.
I like Noah Hawley. He's great. He's better than Taylor Sheridan.
I mean,
Noah
yeah.
what? Noah Wiley. The
Hawley.
In terms of a creator, yes, because he is all about quality over quantity. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for us to talk about Alien.
I love Alien, man. I'm actually ready. I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it with Dad or not. I'll probably watch it here. I don't know.
That and Alien Romulus back to back.
I'll probably do a double feature: Alien Romulus, and then I'll watch what is it called? Alien Earth. That should be fun.
Why not Aliens?
Well, isn't that on the list too?
No, I don't think so.
No. So I'll give you guys a little preview of the next. We'll do the top 10 like down. So we just talked about Clockwork Orange. Number 4 is Alien. Number 5 is American Beauty. Number 6 is Apocalypse Now. Number 7 is Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Number 8 is Avengers Infinity War. Number 9 is Back to the Future. And number 10 is Batman Begins.
Oh,
So those are some bangers.
Yeah.
So I'll probably show Marv Assassination of Jesse James.
I think you'll like it. Maybe.
I'll put it to you this way. It can't get any worse than what I just had to watch.
Chad, are there any other movies here that could be potentially worse?
Yes, there are.
Damn it.
There's actually a lot more potentially.
They're all from Chad's list.
Fight Club. It's a David Fincher film, so Marv automatically is going to hate it.
I'm not going to hate
it.
I know Fight Club. I don't.
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a film from 70 plus years ago.
That does not mean I'm going to hate it. I'm not going to hate Fight Club. I know the plot of Fight Club. I don't have nothing against Fight Club.
Once Upon a Time in the West. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I think, will be up there. Parasite, subtitles.
I have nothing against Parasite.
You haven't seen Parasite?
I have nothing against it though. I think I'm going to hate it. I just never watched it.
Schindler's List, black and white, over 3 hours.
I actually should watch Schindler's List. I'm anticipating that I will love that movie. I just will probably only watch it once because it's very depressing and sad. That doesn't mean
Big Lebowski. Marv has zero interest in it.
That doesn't mean I'm going to hate it. I hate this movie for a reason. I hate this movie for a reason. There's a reason I hate it.
Figure that out. Oh, Transpotting. I think he's going to hate Transpotting.
Is that the movie with
you like Requiem for a Dream?
I've seen it a long time ago. It was just,
it
was just a movie.
That's what Trainspotting will be, just a movie.
Yeah, a lot of these movies I probably won't hate. I probably just won't care for them. This movie I actually hated, but I don't think I'll hate these movies. I probably just won't like them as much. I do anticipate that I will like Schindler's List though.
Liam Neeson.
We will have. I mean, I just think it's funny. Marv hates Clockwork Orange, but we tried to dive into why, and we came up empty-handed.
I told you. I think it's boring. It's boring. That's it.
That's boring.
It's boring. People you don't like who should die immediately are just going around just whatever. But like I said, if you guys love it, you guys love it. You like it, I love it. That's how I like to put it.
Don't worry, we do have popcorn munching films on here, but we do also have some.
Friday Night Lights is on here.
Friday Night Lights, way better than
Friday Night Lights.
Signs is on here.
Who?
Signs. That's on.
Oh, yeah, Signs. Yeah, way better.
We got Signs on there for some reason over other films that are on Sergey's list. Whatever that we gave you a bone.
The audience voted.
No, the audience didn't vote for Signs. That was something Sergey gave you a bone.
So the audience definitely voted for Signs. They voted for Friday Night Lights and they voted for Friday and Sunday.
No, they didn't. Friday Night Lights, if you recall, you were adamant about that, and we wanted to give you a bonus. So Sergey was like, "All right, I haven't seen it. It gives me a reason to watch it." And I was like, "All right, I need to watch it too. I've been putting it off for 10 plus years."
What other bones did we throw in here?
We gave Marv a couple bones. Thankfully, it wasn't like shades darker.
I was never going to put that in there.
I know, I'm messing with you, Marv. I don't think we gave really.
Is
Halloween
Baby on there?
1978 is on here, which I like it. Friday.
Friday's on here?
Friday's on here.
Oh,
Friday was
gosh.
voted in. The audience voted it in.
Oh, gosh.
I remember.
Do you think Marv's gonna like Dances with Wolves?
I've seen Dances with
I
Wolves.
hope he
You've
does.
seen Dances with Wolves?
Yeah, it's okay.
I guess we can
With
take
Kevin
it.
Costner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times with my dad. It's okay.
Uh,
I love that movie.
You thought I was going to
It's
hate
good.
it, didn't you? I didn't hate it. It was okay.
How long ago was it that you watched it?
It was probably around the time that Movie Stop was around, so probably a decade ago.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
that's a long time.
Uh.
Yeah, I'm excited for this top 10 though, because I mean I've been itching to rewatch Avengers Infinity War with Avengers Endgame, so it gives me a good excuse because it's been over 5 years since I
Are you
rewatched.
watching any other movies to prepare for that?
So it's the 3 MCU movies I own. I'm going to watch Black Panther, then I'm going to watch Avengers Infinity War, then Endgame.
Where is Iron Man?
I respect the film. I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man. I've even when I owned it on DVD back in the day, it was one of those films I watched like 2-3 times, which isn't much for teenage Chad. Like teenage Chad was kind of like how Marv is, like watching a lot, like rewatching films like to death.
I used to watch Iron Man every day.
Wow.
I still have it like in my top 3, I think.
I think I have it in my top 10. I feel like started the trend of the MCU like having a score that is just background noise. You know, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Even when I watch
AC/DC music is background noise.
which one?
AC/DC is background noise.
Well, that's the soundtrack. I'm talking about like the
Okay.
score.
Okay.
Like the score, it's done by my boy Raymond, who did Game of Thrones and Westworld. But when you think about that film, you think about AC/DC. You don't think about his score.
Yeah,
Actually, there's a video.
He has 3 pieces of music on there that's really good. It's really good. Has 3 pieces. I remember them. The one where Tony is confronted by Pepper at the beginning of the 3rd act. The one where I think I don't want to spoil Iron Man, but the scene in the cave before, I don't want to spoil it, but with Yemen, I think that was his name. The guy with the glasses in the cave. You guys know that pivotal scene. That was a good piece. And then they had the one with Obi with Jeff Bridges with Pepper Potts. That was also a good piece as well.
It's a good Marvel movie. That's like I'm not going to slight it. It's good.
No Winter Soldier though for you, right?
Winter Soldier is fantastic.
I think I gave that 5 out of 5.
Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's good. I'm trying to think the last time I saw it. I think 2015.
I just saw that like last month.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that movie's excellent. Excellent. I just wish it had more color, more vivid.
You can watch Guardians of the Galaxy for that.
I actually think. Never mind. I won't get into those.
Oh,
Marv was about to get on the James Gunn tangent.
Yeah, I have nothing against James.
He's a one-hit wonder.
Film kid. I don't really like to show art house movies to my parents because they're not their type of movies. I think the most artistic thing I watched with my dad, and that was Lahane. That's fair. Yeah, growing up, that was similar for me. Like I remember showing 2001: A Space Odyssey and like the Tree of Life to my parents, and it didn't go over well. Look at Marv. As soon as I mentioned 2001: Space, oh, there he is. Another awkward one was Nosferatu in theaters with my dad. That must have been interesting. Can articulate y'all gonna watch the Alien Earth series? Yes. Yeah, we talked about that. Film kid, does Marv know the number 1 Cowboys fan he has on his name? Yes, he does, and he's living it up. Can articulate, see y'all later, go Patriots.
Go Patriots. I hope that you guys have a good season, CA. You're my pick to get to the Super Bowl this year in the AFC.
Film kid, do you think Marv will like the very strange trampoline scene in The Big Lebowski?
I hope so.
I kind of want to show Marv The Big Lebowski, which I mean it's on the list, so we're gonna have to watch it. I do want to show Marv that movie. That's one of the comedies that like Nicolette and I we rewatch a lot. Like we both love that film.
John Goodman.
He's so funny in
I
that
love
film.
him. Yeah.
Let's go bowling. Film kid, what do you think Marv will think of the toilet scene in Transpotting?
It's very similar to Salo.
I don't know. Part of me wants to watch Transpotting with Marv now too. That's a very dark comedy, but it is utterly hilarious.
Yes.
Like the scene where what's his face after the one night stand has like the sheets and everything. You know the scene I'm talking about, Sergey. That scene cracks me up every single time.
Where he comes into the kitchen with that?
Yeah, where he comes into the kitchen. I want to do laundry. No, I don't want you to do laundry. And they're like grappling with it. And
what's his name? Spud, I think, right?
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Don't get and the babies. Oh, the baby
God,
scene.
that was terrible.
That was terrifying. That's one of the scenes that kind of holds me back from method viewing that film. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm like, that scene is terrifying. Just one of the yeah. Anyways, I think we can wrap things up. We'll try to live stream possibly next weekend, if depending on our schedules, of course, to talk about Aliens. So stay tuned for that, guys. That will be one that, spoiler alert, we'll all like to an extent. But before we go, Beamer Bro 1 does say, Marv, what's your record prediction for the Eagles this year? 12 out of 5, 12 to 5.
My hope is 12-5. I think it might be 11-6 just to spite me, but I'm going to go with 12-5. I think that's the perfect
9-8.
I mean, obviously we're not going 9-8. That doesn't even make sense. The team is too talented.
All right. The Eagles have never choked before.
I mean, no. I mean, every team chokes, but you're talking about them like they're chopped liver. They're literally the world champions. So 12-5, and I hope we can get to the NFC Championship game. But if you had to ask me, I do think we're going to go back to back.
Really?
I really do. Number one defense. The offense looked good on Thursday. I'm excited. We got some
preseason.
But that was that Bengals' first team. That was their starters against our backups, and we cooked them. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited.
Kevin, he went to the game and he was like, already off to a good start. And I'm like, I don't think Kevin realizes that the regular season hasn't started yet, but we'll go with this.
But it's still the product on the field. The field, like the Lions played 2 weeks ago in preseason, they looked awful, and everybody's scared for them.
It's the preseason, Marv.
I didn't say it wasn't. That's the preseason. Yeah, I didn't say
nobody. I shouldn't say nobody, but it's not a sign of like, oh, this is what the team's going to do in the regular season.
No, I didn't say they're going to go 17-0. I'm just saying that the offense looked good. It didn't look like that last year in the preseason. So
So shouldn't that worry you?
What do you mean? Last year it looked worse. That's my point. It looked good this time.
Yeah, and they did well. So if they're doing well in the preseason,
so they're going to be bad.
9-8, 8-9. You heard it here first.
If you say so, buddy. But,
we'll see. Well, I'm sure we'll probably watch some games together.
I have this team being really good. This team has great players all over the field.
You always do every single year. There's not been a single year where you've been like, something, Chad, the Eagles, it's going to be a 4-13 season.
But while this team is not terrible, only a terrible team would go 4-13. This team has great players everywhere.
No, I know, but even when was it? I think it was 2021 when the Eagles did like really bad. I remember you were like,
that team wasn't good. That team wasn't good.
Yeah, but you said
they were injured. They were also very injured, and the quarterback lost his confidence. There was games we could have won that season, but he literally gave the game away.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, you root for the Eagles' downfall. I don't know why. But
I don't have any skin in the game. I just watch it. I play some bets.
But you don't want them to succeed. You never expect them to succeed.
No, because Jalen Hurts, I almost won like $50 on like $1 parlay because Jalen Hurts didn't get 10 more yards throwing. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed.
He doesn't care about that. He just wants to. He'll tell you himself.
I know he doesn't care about me.
I didn't say you. He only cares about winning. He doesn't care about stats. It's only about winning the game. That's how it should be.
I can tell because anytime I place money on him, he does the opposite. Oh, he's going to throw 200 yards. Oh, he throws 20 yards. Okay. I'm going to put down that he's going to only have like 50 yards. He somehow throws 300 yards in the Super Bowl or something like that. Okay.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you bet
out.
from,
He's the lead character in him. He's under a spell. He's under the Eagles spell.
the Eagles also are world champions, so that's a good
They
spell.
got into some voodoo like him. Him is a real story. I first thought it was like the story about Hims, like the hair product, but no, it's the story about the Eagles as to why they want
Him actually stands for being that dude. That's what it means. I'm him. That's what when somebody says I'm him, that means I'm Himothy. I'm that guy. You can't rock with me. That's what that means. That's why the kid says in the trailer, I'm him. I'm him. That's what it means.
You remember when also says Bengals first team offense scored a touchdown both possessions, and the Eagles didn't play any starters.
They didn't play any starters. That is actually a great sign that this offense is going to be cooking.
We'll see. The Eagles will probably go 2-2, and then they'll say, "Oh, we need this." What's the head coach's name? We need Nick out. He's cooked.
He's probably going to go 2-3 to start, and then they'll probably go 10-2 the rest of the way. That's what I see happening. We have a hard first 5 games, and I think we'll just we'll probably lose to Denver. We'll probably lose to the Bucks, maybe the Rams too. But it's going to be a good season. I can't wait. We got some great games.
I mean, I'll be watching, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's going to be fantastic. Fantastic. We want to run that ball. We want to play that good defense, good field position, good special teams. Beautiful. Championship medal.
I can't wait until Saquon Barkley gets stopped and then they have to throw the ball.
Well, I mean, if they stop him, Jalen will run the ball. You forget that part.
Oh yeah, I forgot. What is this, rugby? Like, come on now.
We play like rugby. The people hate us for that. I love it.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap things up. Guys, thank you for watching Clockwork Orange. Check it out on streaming, physical media. Excellent film, Marv's favorite movie. And
never watched this movie.
Catch you guys later because Marv loves it.